Good morning, ma'am, and all of you. Myself, Priyanka Sahu from BSc Nursing 4th year student. Today is my teaching practice, and my topic is hyperparathyroidism. Introduction of hyperparathyroidism. Hyperparathyroidism is where the parathyroid gland, which are in the neck near the thyroid gland, produce too much parathyroid hormone. This caused blood calcium level to rise, that is hyperkalemia. Left untreated, high level of calcium in the blood can lead to a range of problems. In this, what is the introduction of hyperparathyroidism? In our body, the parathyroid gland, which is located in the neck near the thyroid gland, and this gland releases hormone which increase blood calcium level or many problem in the body is known as hyperparathyroidism. Then definition: hyperparathyroidism occur when the parathyroid gland make too much parathyroid hormone, that is PTH. The parathyroid gland are 4 pea-sized endocrine gland located in your neck near or attached to the back of your thyroid. Endocrine gland secrete hormone necessary for the normal functioning of the body. What is the definition of hyperparathyroidism? The parathyroid gland which make or release parathyroid hormone, in short PTH. This parathyroid gland are 4p size shape. It means it is 4p size shape, and it is located, means it is present in endocrine gland. The endocrine function is secretion of hormone which is necessary for body. Second definition: excessive secretion of parathyroid hormone due to any cause called hyperparathyroidism. It is 3 types: primary, secondary and tertiary. First, primary hyperparathyroidism. It is a condition in which one or more of the parathyroid gland make too much PTH. This can lead to the loss of bone tissue. This condition is more common in women than in men. A job of PTH is to keep blood calcium level from going too low. It does this by releasing calcium from bone. In primary hyperparathyroidism, there is a loss of bone tissue because of there is one or more parathyroid gland make too much parathyroid hormone, and it is mainly occur in women as compared to men, and because of this the level of calcium will going to decrease in the bone. Then secondary hyperparathyroidism. This type occur when you have an underlying condition that causes your calcium level to be abnormally low. Most cases of secondary hyperparathyroidism are due to chronic kidney failure that result in low vitamin D and calcium level. In this secondary type, the calcium level is decreasing or low that cause kidney failure in body, or vitamin D or calcium level will be low. Then tertiary hyperparathyroidism. This type occur when your parathyroid gland keep making too much PTH after your calcium level return to normal. This type usually occur in people with kidney problem. In this type, the calcium level return to normal and parathyroid gland making too much parathyroid hormone, and this is usually occur in kidney problem people. The next causes. According to types, it is described in primary, secondary and tertiary causes. In primary, parathyroid adenoma. Parathyroid adenoma is a benign tumor of parathyroid gland. Then hyperplasia. Hyperplasia is the enlargement of organ or tissue. Then carcinoma. Carcinoma is a cancer. It is a malignant cancer that develop from epithelial tissue in the body. Then MAN1 or MAN2A. In MAN1, it is a hereditary condition It is associated tumor of endocrine gland, that is hormone producing gland, and in men too it is also a hereditary condition. It is a multiple endocrine neoplasia. In secondary causes, first renal failure, second impaired calcitorial production, third hyperphosphatemia, fourth decreased calcium level, fifth low oral intake, 6. Vitamin D deficiency, 7. Malabsorption, then hungry bone syndrome, and etc. In tertiary, autonomous hypersecretion of parathyroid hormone, then chronic secondary hyperparathyroid hormone, then next after renal transplantation, and so many causes are there. Then clinical feature of hyperparathyroidism. First, bone pain or tenderness, pain in the bone or tenderness, muscle weakness or pain, fatigue, long bone fracture or bone fracture, kidney stone, phosphorus level will be increased, then it called kidney failure, and if it is decreased then cause malabsorption. If calcium level is decreased then bone test determine, then bone loss or fracture will do bone x-ray or bone mineral density test will be do. Imaging of the urinary tract and kidney to show deposit. Then complication of hyperparathyroidism. First, sinus bradycardia. Second, increase in the degree of heart block. Third, cardiac arrhythmia. Fourth, hypertension. Fifth, pancreatitis, that is inflammation of pancreas. Then peptic ulcer disease. Then nephrolithiasis, that is a disease. Then investigation. There are following imaging investigation will do to find out any abnormality in the body. First, abdominal X-ray may show renal calculi or nephrocalcinosis. In this, a X-ray will do to find out any abnormality in the abdominal, to find out any renal calculi or nephrocalcinosis. Then X-ray hand may show subperiosteal erosion in the middle or terminal phalanges. In this, we show any periosteal erosion in the middle or terminal phalanges in the body. Then DXA bone density scan. DXA is a dual energy X-ray absorptiometry or bone densiometry. It is a scan of bone density to measure bone loss. In investigation, the parathyroid imaging test should be done. The tests are ultrasonography, CT scan, MRI, radioisotope scanning should be done in the range of 99 mTc system maybe. Then treatment of hyperparathyroidism. A basic method of treatment of hyperparathyroidism is a surgery. The surgery name is parathyroidectomy. Then other treatment related to signs and symptoms are: first, the diet fortified with calcium. It means the diet is full of calcium rich diet. Then second, calcium medication, that is calcitonin or calcimimetics. Then vitamin D3 rich diet. It is a fat soluble vitamin that help your body to absorb calcium in more quantity. Then next, anabolic steroid. Anabolic steroid means a health worker which provide use anabolic steroid to treat some hormone problem in men or muscles loss. This can include psychological therapy and possible medication for muscles dysmorphia. Then next, physiological therapy, exercise or physiotherapy. In this physiotherapy, encourage the body heal itself so it can function at its best, and it is used to restore body original function. Then drugs which is used in hyperparathyroidism is a calcimimetics. Calcimimetics. A calcimimetic is a drug that mimics calcium circulating in the blood. This drug may trick the parathyroid gland into releasing parathyroid hormone. This drug is sold as Sinacalcilate or Sensipar. The mode of action of this drug is to reduce excessive amount of hormone releasing or trick the hormone to release excessive amount. Then surgery. Parathyroidectomy is a surgery to remove the parathyroid gland or parathyroid tumor. The parathyroid gland are right behind your thyroid gland in your neck. This gland help your body control the calcium level in the blood. In this surgery, we are removing the parathyroid gland or any tumor in the gland. These glands are situated right side behind the thyroid gland in neck. These glands help to control calcium level in the blood. It means this gland is responsible for controlling the calcium level in the blood in our body. When we are doing surgical procedure, there are following description should be followed. Before surgery, we will administer general anesthesia for pain-free surgery, and this surgery is done by using 2 to 4 inch or 5 to 10 centimeter surgical cut should be done during surgery to remove parathyroid gland. Then nurse's responsibility. If you and your doctor have chosen rather than treat your hyperthyroidism, the following suggestion can help prevent complication. First, monitor how much calcium and vitamin D you get in your diet. Then second, drink plenty of fluid. Then third, regular exercise. Then fourth, don't smoke. Then fifth, avoid calcium rising diet. In this, drink plenty of fluid means drink enough fluid, mostly water, to produce nearly clear urine to less the risk of kidney stone. It means to drink more amount of water to reduce the risk of kidney stone. Exercise regularly. Regular exercise include strengthening, help maintain a strong bone. Talk to your doctor about what type of exercise program is best for you. In this, exercise is the best way to strengthen your bone, and talk your doctor and take advice what type of exercise is best for you. Don't smoke. Smoking may increase bone loss as well as increase your risk of number of serious health problems. Talk to your doctor about best way of quit. Means avoid smoking that can increase your bone loss or deformity in the body. There is a number of health problems will occur, and ask your doctor how to quit smoking habit. Avoid calcium rising drug. In this, certain medication include some diuretics and lithium can rise calcium level. If you take such drug, ask your doctor whether another medication may be appropriate for you. It means there are following calcium rising drug which is benefit for you as well as affect you. So if you take any calcium drug, ask your doctor it is good or bad for you, or any other drug is appropriate for you. Then bibliography. First, Brunner and Siddharth, a textbook of medical surgical nursing, edition 11, volume 2nd, published by Walter Kumar, page number 287. Then next, B.T. Basanthapa, a textbook of medical surgical nursing, edition 7, volume 3rd, page number 734. Thank you.